young lady at the front of the office, she's one of the members. Kathy.
Okay. Good afternoon, Creative Artists Guild members. Let me start this meeting with our welcoming of our new recording secretary. Izzy had to step down because she's getting ready to move, and so thankful for us, Joyce Swanson has decided to be our recording secretary. Thank you for that. An artist is the creator of original works of art. That's our mission. I like to say it every time we start a meeting. Some of the meetings, I have to say this every time because it always is a thing. Our dues are $30, and they are due, technically they are due from January till December. Make sure that when you check in that your address and your emails and your phone numbers are correct, because if I have to call somebody for something, or any of us have to call you or find you, we need that information. If you're seeing that you're not getting brush fires, you're not getting emails from us, let us know. That means we've got a wrong email address. That popped up with somebody the other day. We as a guild are growing and increasing our events, shows, meetings. As well as our new meeting format. I put the wrong name in here. This new format is the one we used the last time, and everyone seems to love this one. So this is the way our meetings are going to be done, with the snacks and visiting before the meeting. So that'll be at 12:30. If you're going to bring something, let's get a little more vegetables and fruit, and not the way we used to do a lot of sweets, because this is, most of us, our lunch when we're sitting in here. So that would be a nice way to do it, is have something a little more nutritious. And everything was delicious today. I was trying to eat while I was trying to do too many things. Then we have, the way it's supposed to be, the 12:30 to 1 for that. 12 till 12:45 for doing everything up here. We kind of got a little bit late today. We'll get up on this. If we get 5 minutes faster each time, by the time September or October, we'll have it down pat. If you're going to bring artwork to be juried in, it needs to be brought in by 12 o'clock. You don't need to have, I know we've got new members, you have to have 3 pieces of artwork done in each medium that you plan to exhibit. If it is going to be entered in an art show, if it's going to be put in for the luncheon, if you're going to art in the park, they all have to be juried in.
And they have to have an appointment.
And you have to have an appointment to be juried in. Thank you. And evening meetings. Evening meetings are kind of put on hold right now. We're going to be doing the one this Thursday, thanks to Joy. She's going to be doing an acrylic pouring demonstration. So if anyone is interested in coming, we need to know, because I have to have enough chairs out for all the people that are coming. This acrylic pouring is like the newest thing around, and I myself am going to be watching when it happens. When we start back in September, or probably in April, if I can see that we have enough people interested in coming to an evening meeting, we'll run it. So we're going to have a check-in list. I'll email everybody. If you're interested in coming, email me back. Otherwise, we're not going to do it. We're going to have to, and I'm going to be working on redesigning picking out a different date than Thursdays, because Thursdays is the sketch group, and it gets everyone messed up because they're already wanting to do that. So we will try to work on getting that readjusted to a different day. Some members have limited. The way we change this is members, that way we know when the meeting is over and we should be becoming more efficient. I want to introduce you to our next year's board that we have decided on at our last meeting. We still need one more director. I've asked a couple of people if they would be interested in being a director of the board, and they're going to be all letting me know, so we'll have one more to add. But this is our board for next year. Stony Lorenz is going to be the new president. Susan Mayhew, who's in Howard with her daughter, is going to be the vice president. Recording secretary is Joy Swanson. I'll be taking over as a treasurer. Sergeant of Arms, John Baldetti. He and Sharon are the ones that help us more than we can imagine. Without them, we would not have meetings in Art in the Park or anything. Thank you, guys. Directors so far are Margaret Majeski, Sylvia Ryder, Taryn, and I don't know how to say Taryn's last name. How do you say it? Okay. She's one of our new members. We are looking for, I guess, one more director. And the alternate is Doreen. We won't give out the committee chairs' names until probably the luncheon or there. We might be still making some decisions and some changing things. As people, we are making some adjustments to chairs of the different committees as we talk. Our evening meetings are also another one of these ideas that needs to be worked on. The last one, only Susan May, I showed up to the meeting. So I thought there was people interested in it. If you were interested in the meetings, evening meetings, please let us know. If you're interested in sharing as a demo, because I think that's the thing we might be thinking about doing a little more demos by ourselves, not hiring people to come in, that we might be able to keep it going a couple of times a year easier. Hopefully that's it. I want to thank Tuesday Moriarty. I don't know if she comes to the meeting. She called me the other day and said, okay, can you stand up, my dear? Okay, this is Tuesday. She is going to take our brush fire after I kind of say what I want to say, and she's going to reformat it so you guys can open it up and read it online. Because that's something I've been out of using a lot of programs for a couple years, and I've forgotten totally how to do it. So she's going to take over, helping me. She's going to be my editor, my worker bee. Thank you. We will post the brush fire, besides emailing, because not every you get emails. Those people will get theirs sent. We'll also be putting it on our website and on our Facebook. And our website. Stoney's been working on redesigning it. Stoney, can you discuss some of these changes that are going to be to our members? Hold on. And our new domain name.
I hope to have the website viewable by before summer. Can't hear you.
Yeah.
Not good speeches. Can everybody hear me now? Yes. Okay. The new website address is going to be creativeartistsguild.club. Okay, so it'll be easy to find, easy to tell people. People can sign up on there to receive our newsletter. Everybody will have a spot to show off their own work. Have your bios on it. We'll have all the schedules. We'll have everything you need to know about the club in one place with a nice clean look. And so hopefully we'll have it, like I said, in the next couple months, but it'll definitely be ready before next season. And I'll make sure.
Is it easy to get into?
Oh yeah, it'll be.
I'm not
Yeah. And we'll help everybody with that. The current website has a lot of misinformation. It has events from 2 years ago on it, and costs and things are wrong. So I will let everybody know via email as soon as it's ready. But I think everybody will like it.
Yeah, and we can.
What was your name again?
What?
Stony.
Stone.
We are also We also are for our fundraiser, the calendar. We will probably pick pictures out from the ones you guys send us to put in the website. Then we can use those pictures to pick for our calendar. So that's thank you, John. So that's the plan of what we're doing for right now.
If they want to see a preview of the website, they can come and see it.
If anyone wants to see a preview of the website, you can come see Stony. She's got it on the computer either after the meeting, because we're going to, as soon as I'm finished talking, we're going to start our meet, the rest of our demonstration. I will be working on formatting a new calendar. It'll probably be out, everyone will probably get it emailed to them probably in August. By then we'll know a lot of the demonstrations and the events. We keep adding events, so I've got to make sure that that's as up to date as possible. And even though I printed one up this morning, I did some things wrong, so we're not doing it. The Florida Impression Show at Sterling was a total winner. The judge gave the awards out, and he explained why each one attracted him. It was really neat when he was telling us why he picked them. The show will be up for the whole month of March, so go take a look. Susan, can you come here, please, for a minute? Susan, please come here. We have to congratulate Susan. She got Best of Show with her gorgeous glass piece. We tried to have it blown up into a picture. So if you guys want to come by and look at it, it was awesome. He actually made a comment when he got to that was because it was the end, that everyone usually puts pictures in. He loved having other media because we had one award winner was from painting on wood. It was the owl. I do not have the list and the pictures here, but they will be in the brush fire, all the winners from that show.
Who was the judge?
Do you remember his name, Stoney?
Angel.
Mikado.
Yeah.
He's new to the year. He was an acrylic painter, and he just started doing watercolors. So it was he was amazing. It was really great, and they had a great show. But this brings up some issues. This particular show, we had some problems. We need more volunteers to help Polly to set up the show, to take the pictures in, to put get their tags on them, to do everything. She needs more help. So next year when we do the show, we need help. We had people bringing things that had never been juried in, people that didn't have paid dues, people that brought things that they were told that we cannot enter things of that size, or whatever pieces were brought in with dirty glass, dirty scratch frames. This show is going to be up for the month. This is our advertisement to Dunedin of what we do. Please, if you're going to enter a contest where you're hanging a picture, make sure it's framed, not professionally, but framed instead of properly. Thank you. I had a mental moment there.
We'll have guidelines.
And we're going to be working on our guidelines for that because they really were never in our directory. We're going to be working on that this summer. And they'll all be in your new directory. So, and directories will be given out in September. I know people wanted me to make out name tags, badges for this meeting, which I couldn't really do anyway, but we're holding off because Judy Hilbling is actually working on a new logo for us, and I would like to be able to already start using that in our next directory in our badges. Judy actually got very sick this weekend. Susan, what is... Okay, and she's out of the hospital. We were worried about it, so thank you. I didn't find out till yesterday that she was in the hospital. So, okay.
She went in Thursday and she got out yesterday.
So Thursday to Saturday. Does anyone know what happened?
I mean, she had a flu.
Okay, yeah, she had been sick for 2 weeks. She couldn't throw it. Yeah, okay.
What they put.
So I will put the winners of the show and their pictures in the names in the brush fire. Spring luncheon this year will be at the Countryside Country Club again. It is still only $25, thanks to Sharon Valdetti's patience and skills of negotiations. She's wonderful at this. It'll be Tuesday, April the 10th. We're still working on the timeline, when to drop off your pictures, when we start the luncheon. You will have those at least a week before the luncheon. This spring we changed it because the country club had too many events going on at that particular time to have a sit-down dinner, and we realized when you do that,
Just a quick question. What is the time that we drop off our people?
I will let you know. We don't know yet. We're still working on that.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, because we gotta see when the valet's gonna be there. So when we drop off the pictures, you have the valet who can take the car. That's what we're still working on. So we're doing a buffet again this time, rather than the sit-down dinner. Everything will be right temperature. Everything will be perfect rather than being a little dried out because it was sitting on a plate for 10 or 15 minutes. The menu will be, we also added 1 or 2 things so that this is probably a menu that most vegans or vegetarians could eat on and find enough to eat. It will be field grill salad, a pasta salad, vegetable melody, which is a baked ziti vegetarian style, countryside chicken with artichokes, roasted red peppers with cream sauce, club rolls and butter, red velvet cake, coffee, tea, lemonade, iced water. We'll have a cash bar for any of you guys that weren't there the last time. We have a cash bar, along with a judged art show. So if you are signing up, bring a picture in that you've been juried in so everyone can see it. You can possibly get a nice award on it. we need to get a judge. If anyone has any idea who could be a judge for this show, they can let me know after the meeting. I'd appreciate it. We have free valet service. And like I said, I will let all the people that are down on the list for the luncheon, I'll let you know the time schedule as soon as we have it done. Treasurer, did we have any new members today, Donna?
We have Diane Ferretta.
Okay, Diane Ferretta, you want us to stand up?
Hello, everybody.
Thank you. Yeah,
Oh, I make jewelry, wire wrapping mostly, and I watercolor.
okay. Donna, can you give us the account balances for the checkbook?
Right now, we have $3,527.11. So $3,500. I have quite a few checks to deposit. Luncheon generally kind of washes out. Probably we'll pay a couple $100, but should have about that heading into the summer. We also had another fellow that sent in his application, Ted Haynes.
Okay.
I don't,
Is Ted Haynes here? Okay. Susan, do you have an idea, Susan Mia, about who's going to be our demonstrations for the September meeting?
September is going to be, I don't remember her name.
Okay.
Barbara.
Okay.
Barbara Schultz, is that her name?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So stained glass kaleidoscope. Thank you.
oh, great.
I want to thank Sharon for setting us up with our great refreshments today, and let her know how much we appreciate what she does. I stapled my papers together. Sharon, we're making some switches, and we are changing some chair positions. We weren't going to announce anything, but we kind of need to do this one because Stoney, as a president, really cannot be the chair of Art in the Park. So Sharon Baldetti has accepted the challenge, and she is going to be the chair of that committee. So we want to thank her again for stepping up. Do you want to say what you were going to say?
Hi, everybody. Okay, we are going to try and smooth out some of the little bugs and things. Can you hear me? I'm usually pretty loud. Everybody hear me? Yeah. All right. I don't usually need that. I don't think I'll need that. Everybody hear me okay? Okay. All right. We're going to try and work out some of the little bugs that have happened in the past on our Art in the Park. Just make it as best we can. We do have a little bit of a problem for the next show coming up. The lady that's in charge of the recreations and where we rent the place and everything for Pioneer Park, she called Pam while she was out. Pam was out shopping, and she called her and she suggested, she says, they had a group that needed to come in and they were going to have a walkathon, and they wanted to just sign in their people and everything, and could we do this, and it would help promote our Art in the Park at the same time. At the time, it sounded really good. Unfortunately, as some things go, there's going to be more people than we thought. So there is, in front of the stage, there's a whole strip of grass there, and that is going to be used by this group that's, I don't know what the name of the group was.
It's called Peace Walk.
It's a Peace Walk. It's a Christian group of churches that are putting this together.
Yeah, they go around to different churches.
And they go around to different churches, but they're going to be signing in there in the afternoon, and there's going to be a time when there's going to be a lot of people there. So our problem is going to be that we are not going to be able to have anybody right in front of the stage there. But saying that, they are working with us, and something we never knew we could do before is we can get a rain-out date. You know, when it's been really horrible weather and we've had to sit out there and pray that the rain didn't ruin all of our artwork, well, now we're going to be able to get a rain-out date. But what that involves is that when you sign up to be in the park, you sign up to be there and be ready to go by 10 o'clock and be done by 3 o'clock, in a reasonable time. Well, what's going to happen is if we see really horrible weather, and that happened this past weekend, it looked like it was going to be horrendous. And too many of us have sat out there, and we ended up with 3 or 4 people, which looks really bad for the group of people doing the artwork. So what we're trying to do is, if it looks like it's going to be horrible weather like it was, we will have your either telephone number and or your email address. And the night before, we'll notify you if we have to cancel. And if we do, the city is willing to give us a rain date, which has never before happened. So this little problem that we had actually worked out to our benefit, because now we know we have something to fall back on. So hopefully in the future, we're going to be able to work this out that nobody's going to have to put their artwork in danger, and we'll be able to get rain dates. So giving up a small section of land is going to be a small thing for being able to do what we're going to be able to do in the future. So I just hope we all have a great time and then everything works out great. Yes. Yes.
Victoria, how does the rain date work? Because I have to request days off from work to be at the presentations on Sunday. So would it be like in 2 more weeks or a week?
Okay, I'm sorry, I don't know the answer to that. We just found this out, and the group that I was not involved with the group that we set it up yet. So when I do, we're going to get that back to everybody and explain everything. By next year, we'll be able to explain, and we'll have everything ironed out for it. But at this point, I don't know what day, because the city has a lot of things going on. But as long as they give us a Saturday or a Sunday that we know that we can be there and not have to sit in the rain, I think it's all a good thing.
I wanted to compliment you guys for
find
Saturday
out
night
about
when
our
Paul had sick.
this
It
rain
made me feel better that being a new artist, I didn't have to bring my work in here. Would I get wet? Would I get dripped? I thought it was fabulous that you made a good decision and you didn't flip-flop and change it Sunday morning and have us all go scurrying around crazy. So thank you for that courtesy. It was very nice.
Well, we appreciate that, thank you, because this is an important thing that we do make sure everybody knows. If we have everybody signed up and we let you know that we have to cancel it, and as this Sunday was, we had 6 people who called up, besides the 6 people on the board that had already decided that maybe we should think about this. So there was only going to be like 4 or 5 left that had not called up to say that they were going to cancel or involved in it. And so we decided, we made the decision, we stuck by it, we canceled it. But we can't have anybody going there and just setting up because they say, well, I'm going to do this anyways. Because if you do, this will interfere and we will lose our rain date. So we have to stick as a unit. If we say we're not going to, we don't. If we say we are, then we are. We need to do this as a group.
And we will have one more rain date that we don't know yet until next week.
Yes, we do have one more rain date. We don't know about it. We won't know till next week. They're having the meeting, and we'll find out then. Yes.
So this past Sunday, we are going to get a rain date for that.
Yes.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
Good.
And everybody who was signed up for that one, that paid for that one, will get that free rain date. Now, if you didn't sign up for it, we can't actually give you a free rain date, you know. It has to be the ones who actually signed up for it. And paid for it. And in good standing. We need to make sure everybody is a paid member. You have to be paid up, in good standing, and you have to have signed up before the event.
And be juried in.
And be juried in. I'm sorry, yes.
I went to the art show not knowing it had been canceled, and 2 people were set up. So the whole membership didn't get a note that it was canceled.
I'm going to say yes, everybody did.
I didn't.
Were you, had you paid to come?
No, I hadn't
No,
paid to come. I was
okay.
just going to go see it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Just going to visit.
What they did was,
So-
and the only way to do it, it's already been advertised, so you can't do last minute and change advertising on the newspaper.
Oh, right.
But in Facebook, Stoney put out that it was canceled.
I don't
It
have
was
Facebook.
it was notified on Facebook.
Well,
That's,
we'll make sure to add going forward, emailing everybody.
yeah,
Yeah.
we'll email everybody that belongs, so everybody knows.
Okay,
Okay,
thanks.
it's kind of like the little bugs we're trying to work out.
Right.
With something that we didn't know we had an option for. So, yes.
I have a question. I've noticed in a couple of the things, it said you have to be juried in. I've been a member for a long time, but haven't been around for a while. I was juried in years ago. Do you have to jury in for every
Okay, if you were juried in a long time ago, and what you were juried in for, you could come and you can do it. If you're introducing a new art that you did not get juried in for, you need to be juried in for that new art. It's like if you were an acrylic painter, and now you're going to make jewelry. You need to have that jewelry be critiqued, because that's what it's all about. This is all fine art that we're showing, and you're all so talented, and we need to make sure that we keep that level up.
Is there current records on that being juried in the past?
We can check for
They
you.
can check, yeah, they have it, they
I
can check.
think I was juried in 4 different.
Well, it sounds like you pretty much can cover anything.
Hi.
Yes,
If you're juried in for watercolor and you decide you want to do acrylic, do you have to be juried in for?
yes, you do. But all you need to do, if you were juried in for watercolor, more than likely your artwork is really nice, and so what you need to do is set up a time that you get juried in on a meeting before. It has to be 30 days before to do it. You get juried in, and I'm sure once you get passed, then you can come to the show and yes, you can exhibit that, yes. Any other questions?
Sharon Swalwell?
Sharon. Also, all these new changes will be available to everybody before next season.
Oh, yes, all the changes that we're talking about and the things that we're tweaking, all this information is going to be given to you before we have the next Art in the Park. So everybody will be...
Next year.
The next
First
year.
September.
Next season.
Yeah, not this Art in the Park, I'm sorry. This one here is still the same. Yeah.
So next season. In fall, the fall.
In the fall.
Okay?
They have to be paid before you show the park.
Yeah,
Yes, yeah, and everybody knows, you have to be paid. And you know, in the past, we've been kind of lax, and we don't want the club to lose any money on this. We've always managed to either break even or make money on it, and this, you know, we want to keep it that way. So in order to do this, we're going to follow and be strict with the rules that we always had effect, like when we first joined, John and I, when we first joined. And that was, it's $25 to have your artwork to exhibit for the day. But if you don't know if you're going to do it or not, you're not too sure, and you wait till like up to 48 hours before, and it's gone past the date at the end of the month, then you need to pay $35. Because that's what's in the rules and that's what it is. And why we say that is it's going to encourage people to not just wait till the last minute and, oh, I'm not too sure if I want to go, and we don't do it, and we don't have enough money to cover our expenses. We need to cover our expenses. So, okay. Is there any other questions?
Sharon?
Yes.
No, the pink shirt. Sharon Swalwell? You had started to raise your hand.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I thought you were raising your hand.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sharon. Okay, now we're going to talk about rotating art shows. Barbara? Conley?
Hi, I take care of Marguerite's, and I got the sign-up sheet here. I've got June to August, I have space, and I've got August to October, I have space.
Can't hear you.
This
is Marguerite.
Hi, I take care of Marguerite's, and I have space for the sign-up sheet June to August, June 5th to August 7th, and also the sheet I have is August 7th to October the 2nd are the ones I've got with me. Just a reminder that for Marguerite's, we don't do glass, and that we don't do poster frames, we don't do sawtooth. Everything must be wired with picture wire. And if you're not sure what that is, come and ask somebody. You know, it's just got to be securely wired. It's a public place with food on the table. So, and you know, if you look up for, you can know, get in touch with me to sign up if you are not sure.
How much does she take?
She takes 15%. 15%. And if I'm correct, I think we've already had 3 sales this past.
This last
And it's a 2-month, and normally we go 2 paintings per person, and seven painters at this point. The spaces, sometimes the number of spaces change, but at this point I'm signing up 7 artists for two pictures apiece. And then we have MJ's with Marge Giroux.
Thank you for introducing him, so I didn't have to.
I do MJ's.
Come on, you're gonna talk on the speaker.
We only have August left for the year. So if anybody's interested in doing MJ's, August is it. That's it.
Does anyone have anything to share with Creative Artists Guild? Any things that they're showing? Okay. BJ, you want to start with yours?
Yeah. I'm BJ Massey from Studio 1212. I don't think I need that.
Yeah, you do.
Do I?
It's amazing how it doesn't.
Okay. I'm BJ Massey from Studio 1212. And we have, our next show is this coming Sunday from 1 to 4. It's our Inspired By show.
It's not.
Can't hear?
You gotta hold it. You gotta hold it closer to your mouth.
Well, it's about as close as I can get. Can you hear me? No? Oh, the dot. All right, I'm talking to the dot now. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm BJ Massey from Studio 1212. Our next show is this coming Sunday from 1 to 4. It's our Inspired By. So it should be interesting to see what our 20 some odd members are inspired by for our paintings. We also have critiques at 1212, 2 a month. We have a critique every third Tuesday and the last Saturday of every month. Those start at 10:30. They go as long as they need to go. Those are really fun. We have a great time. It's open to the public. They're friendly critiques. Nobody goes away crying. We don't have any problems there. And it's just nice to see what other people are doing and new techniques. And you get, sometimes you have a little quandary, am I done? That kind of thing. You get artist input. That is really worthwhile. We are starting to use our studio for pop-up shows. And we have a nice little gallery. We had a pop-up show about a month ago. A gentleman who used to be one of our members had about 60 paintings in there. And a pop-up show can be, we're most interested in someone who wants to have a show, say, over a weekend, maybe a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's very economical. There's not a big charge for it. I think we charge $50 for every 24 hours use. And you can do your own advertising for your show, and whatever advertising you put out, we are able to put it out to about 450 people that we send emails out to. So that's a little additional advertising. You can have refreshments at the studio for your openings, and they really are quite fun. We also, you can use the studio if you want to teach a workshop, or you want to have a class of some sort that you want to teach students. You don't have the room. We have plenty of room for that, depending on what media you're doing. Like we do have one coming up on an acrylic pour. That's going to be done on the 29th, much like the one that's going to be done here. It's on the 29th, which is Thursday, from 10 in the morning till 3 in the afternoon. And